Welcome to The Cutting Edge, where we explore groundbreaking scientific research and its implications for the future. In today's episode, we dive into the comprehensive study that investigates the differences in the incidence and primary origins of synchronous brain metastasis, SBM, across various racial groups with different primary cancers. This research highlights significant disparities in the incidence of brain metastasis, underscoring the importance of understanding these differences to promote equity in oncological care. Background on brain metastasis. Brain metastasis, BM, is the most common type of brain tumor in adults, with more than 100,000 new cases diagnosed annually in the United States. BM occurs when cancer cells spread from the primary site to the brain, creating secondary tumors. This condition is associated with poor prognosis and presents a significant clinical challenge due to its complex treatment requirements and impact on patient quality of life. The study. Incidence of brain metastasis according to patient race and primary cancer origin. This study, conducted by David Gomez and colleagues, is a systematic review of the incidence of synchronous brain metastasis, SBM, across different racial groups in the United States. The research follows PRISMA 2020 guidelines and includes data from PubMed and Ovid databases covering publications from January 2000 to January 2023. The study aims to understand the disparities in SBM across different racial groups and identify primary cancer origins associated with these differences. Methodology, search strategies, and selections. A comprehensive search was conducted using terms related to brain metastasis, race, ethnicity, and incidence. Out of 806 articles identified, 10 studies met the inclusion criteria, focusing on primary cancer sites, patient demographics, and SBM incidence. Inclusion criteria. Studies must analyze brain metastasis with clearly documented primary cancer sites. Studies must provide detailed patient information including race and SBM incidence, and the full text availability must be in English. The exclusion criteria. Studies lacking clear specification of primary cancer site within a race group. Studies reporting BM as a prospective statistic without present incidence data. Key findings. The study reveals several significant racial differences in the incidence of synchronous brain metastasis, higher SBM incidence in specific racial groups. American Indian or Alaskan Native patients show higher SBM incidence for primary breast, colorectal, and esophageal cancers. Asian and Pacific Islander patients have higher SBM incidence for primary stomach, thyroid, and lung or bronchus cancers, while patients show higher SBM incidence for malignant melanoma. Comparative racial. Black patients have higher likelihood of SBM incidence in breast cancer, but lower in renal and esophageal cancers compared to white patients. American Indian and Alaskan Native patients have a higher likelihood of SBM incidence in esophageal cancer relative to white patients. Primary cancer sites and racial disparities. Lung cancer shows the highest overall SBM incidence, particularly in Asian and Pacific Islander patients. Breast cancer incidence is notably higher in Black patients compared to other racial groups. Gastrointestinal cancers, including colorectal and esophageal, show significant disparities in SBM incidence among different racial groups. Discussion. The findings underscore the need for targeted research to understand the underlying causes of these disparities. Factors contributing to these differences may include genetic predispositions, socioeconomic status, access to healthcare, and differences in cancer treatment and management across racial groups. Addressing these disparities is crucial for improving cancer care outcomes and ensuring equity in healthcare. Implications for future research. Future research should focus on expanding the scope of studies to include more diverse population and additional cancer types, investigating the biological, genetic, and socioeconomic factors contributing to these disparities, developing targeted interventions and policies to reduce the incidence of brain metastasis in underserved racial groups. Conclusion. The study of racial disparities and the incidence of synchronous brain metastasis provides valuable insights into the complex interplay of factors influencing cancer outcomes. By understanding these differences, research and healthcare providers can work towards a more equitable cancer care and improved outcomes for all patients. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of The Cutting Edge. Stay tuned for more explorations into the frontiers of science.